Everybody, this is Kevin here with Ken's Sewing Center in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. During the airing of this video, Ken's just got in a shipment of the Janome 3160QOV, and the QOV stands for Quilts of Valor. The Quilts of Valor organization does great work in donating quilts to our veterans, and Janome does pass on a donation to that organization. The 3160 has long been in the Janome line. It's the model that's been in the Janome line literally 20 years now. Consistently, we sell these machines, several hundred of them every year. It has a lot of features to offer, great quality. So let's take a look at the major features of the 3160 Quilts of Valor. The first thing you're going to notice with the Quilts of Valor machine is the threading channel. Everything is going to be easy to thread on this machine. You have the horizontal spool pin. I also do have a vertical spool pin that comes with it as well. I can do twin needle sewing with this machine. But having the horizontal pin, everything's going to be channeled for me all the way down to my needle. And I do have a built-in needle threader on the machine right here. They'll thread that needle for me. Threading the bobbin is a breeze. I have the top drop-in bobbin system on this machine. I can see my bobbin at any given time. The 3160 QOV is a 7mm width machine. You can literally do a stitch 7mm in width. There are a lot of accessories that comes with this machine, and then there's all kind of other accessories available. And Sewing Center carries all the accessories, all parts for the 3160. This machine will give you 60 of the most popular stitches built in, and my stitch planogram is right here on my machine, so I can see it at any given time. It's easy for me to pull up stitches on this machine the way the computer board's laid out. All I have to do is pull the number up that I'm wanting to work with. Right here, I come over, and let's say that I want to do stitch number 4. So if I'm doing this double straight stretch stitch, I know I'm on it. My width and my length is right here. If I want to move on over and do other stitches, the machine's going to tell me what presser foot I need to have on the machine, and my stitch width and my stitch length here. So stitch number 7 is my zigzag, so we can change our width on the zigzag, and all I have to do is make sure I have my cursor underneath the width, and I can go all the way up to 7mm, and then I can change my stitch length as well and go all the way up to 5mm. Some stitches have default settings from the factory on widths and lengths. The computer controls are right in front of me on this machine. I have the ability to override the speed of the machine right here, and I can have a built-in scissor. This will snip my bobbin and top thread for me. All I do is push of a button. That is a nice feature to have. And a machine of this price and everything you get with it, having the scissor is a game changer. This machine does have the needle up, needle down feature. There's times I want my needle to stop in the fabric, if I'm doing applique, if I'm turning a corner, and there's times I want it to stop out of the fabric. If I'm using my needle threader, it brings my needle all the way up to the highest position so I can access and use the needle threader. 3160 will have the automatic tie off, and this will tie the stitch off underneath for me. It's hidden and out of the way. You'll probably never use the reverse. It's right here again because the auto lock is super nice to have. It ties that stitch off. You'll never see your reinforced stitch. And I can use this machine with or without the foot control. It will come with an electronic foot control, but if you don't want to use that, you do have the start-stop button here. The machine will have the removable accessory tray, so if I want to remove that, it exposes my free arm, so I can hem a pant leg, a shirt sleeve, and then on the back side of this, we have our drop feed lever. The 160 will have the extra high lift under the presser foot, so I can get those thicker materials underneath the presser foot. It has the 7-point feed dog system, so I literally have 7 places that the feed dogs are touching my fabric. So for lighter weight materials, this is great to have because it keeps my fabric flat. As the machine is feeding the material and the needles penetrating the garment, the likelihood of your fabric puckering is reduced, and the likelihood of you being able to feed thicker fabric increases on this machine. It will have other accessories that comes with it we'll talk about later on in the video in helping us feed the material through. The 3160 will have 60 of the most popular stitches built in. Everything is located right here for me. I've got straight stitches. I can move my needle over left or right of center. So if I'm putting in a zipper, cording, or piping, I'm able to get my needle right up on whatever that I'm doing, and that's really easy to do. Ken Sewing Center is going to be able to help you with anything you have need of. We have several technicians here and educators to help you long after the sale. Just be sitting in front of your machine and we can talk you through anything you have need of on this machine. The machine will have, of course, your zigzag. I have elastic stitches, blanket stitches on this machine. I have overcast stitches, just like what's on a serger. You have that stitch on this machine. I will have different blind hems, and I have applique stitches for you quilters. You'll really love that on this machine. And we can adjust the tacks, the length, and the width on these tacks. And I'll have some decorative stitches built in here as well. I've got stretch straight stitches built in on this machine. I have the old-timey feather or briar stitch built in. That's a really nice, quilters use that all the time. And then I'll have some other decorative. I have some heirloom stitches, and this machine will have the one-step buttonholes that comes built in. You have all the popular styles, and it does come with a specialized attachment that will size that buttonhole every time to the button that I'm working with, so you get perfect buttonholes every time. 3160 is also loaded with other nice features. It has the top winding bobbin. I do have adjustable pressure here. It regulates the amount of force being pressed down on my presser foot. So for those lighter weight materials, you can back off the pressure so I don't have to worry about burying my fabric down into my needle plate. If you're working with heavier materials, I can make that stronger so my foot is actually very secure on my fabric as the fabric is being fed through. 3160 is going to come with a lot of bonuses. The first thing, there's a hard cover that's made out of the same material that the outer housing is made out of, that's made for this machine for your carrier handle to go through. I do have the extension table that comes with it. This is made specifically for the 3160. It gives me support to the left of my needle where I need it when I'm feeding larger quilts or garments. So I'm not wrestling at the needle with my fabric. I have plenty of space within the throat here to operate. I have LED lighting that's illuminating the bed and all the way around my needle plate. The 3160 QOV also comes with the bonus quilting kit. Now this particular kit is going to give us the walking foot. I do have the quilt bar. I'm going to have the open toe foot, the 1/4 inch seam foot. On this machine, there's a place on my needle plate that I can actually secure a seam gauge and measure off from my needle to get a seam allowance. That's included with it. This is made out of metal, and I do get the open toe free motion foot for stippling. There's other presser feet that comes with it, and on our website, we list out everything that's included. You're going to get the full factory warranty, and you also get the Ken Sewing Premium Support Package. That's free of charge. All you have to do is call us anytime. We're going to be here to help you with anything you have need of for the 3160. 3160 Quilts of Valor is made out of good quality working components, has a good, strong, robust motor built in and working components on this machine. We're going to show you just how easy the tension system is on this machine. It's not finicky. You're not going to have to adjust it from heavy to lightweight material, and the feeding system, and show you just how the top drop and bobbin system will work on this. So I'm going to show you, this is extremely heavy material. This is just a standard heavy denim, but I'm going to show you this is 8 layers of denim, which is roughly the side seam on a pair of denim blue jeans. Notice I have the extra high lift under my presser foot so I can get that fabric underneath it, and there it's nice and secure. So we've got a straight stitch, and I'm going to sew right along. I don't have to worry about having my foot control, and it's going to glide through that material with no problem. Now notice the power of having the top drop and bobbin. It's going to crawl down onto this material, not worried about compromising any tension or my stitch quality whatsoever. We'll speed the machine up just a little bit here for demonstration purposes. Now I'm going to go from the stretch material to this cotton. And I'm going to show you just how fast it'll go. When we get to the end of our seam, I'm going to hit the auto lock button. It's going to tie that stitch off for me underneath so it's hidden and out of the way. I'm going to hit my scissor. It snips the bobbin and top thread for me and raise that presser foot up. I do have a little razor on the side of the machine if I wanted to use that. And then I went from extremely heavy to this stretch material, no puckering at all, to a cotton. I went from 8 layers of denim to stretch to a cotton. I don't change the tension. The stitches are perfect. Ken Sewing Center is your authorized Janome dealer. Let us help you find the right machine to meet your needs. I have salespeople that can help you with any kind of question you may have. We're just a phone call or email away.